Hey everyone, let's talk about something that sounds too good to be true. Fruits that actually help you burn fat. Not just low in calories, but fruits that literally change how your body processes and stores fat. Everything I'm about to share with you is backed by actual clinical trials and published medical studies. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly which fruits can help you lose weight and why they actually work. Let's dive in. Fruit number 1, grapefruit, the insulin game changer. This one has the most robust scientific evidence behind it. Back in 2006, researchers at Scripps Clinic ran a 12-week study with 91 obese adults, half a fresh grapefruit before each meal. That's all they added. The results? The fresh grapefruit group lost an average of 3.6 pounds versus just 0.3 pounds in the control group. But here's where it gets really interesting. The weight loss isn't even the most important part. What happened to their insulin levels was remarkable. Insulin resistance improved dramatically in the grapefruit group. When you eat something, your body releases insulin to process the sugar. The bigger the insulin spike, the more likely your body stores that energy as fat. Grapefruit literally reduces that insulin response, which means your body processes food more efficiently and stores less of it as fat. Now here's something most people don't know. The effects work best with fresh grapefruit, not just juice. A 2012 study found that while grapefruit juice helped, the whole fruit was more effective. Because of the fiber content, grapefruit has a glycemic index of just 26, which is incredibly low. Anything under 55 is considered low glycemic. This means it won't spike your blood sugar, and that steady blood sugar level is crucial for fat burning. One important note, grapefruit can interact with certain medications, so if you're on any medication, check with your doctor first. But for most people, adding half a grapefruit before your main meals could be one of the simplest, most scientifically backed strategies for weight loss you'll ever find. Fruit number 2, berries, the anthocyanin powerhouses. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. These little fruits pack a serious metabolic punch. There was this fascinating study from China published in 2018, where researchers fed mice a high-fat diet. Then they added blackberry and blueberry anthocyanins to some of the mice. The results were incredible. The berry-fed mice showed a 40 to 55% reduction in weight gain compared to the control group, even though they were eating the same amount of food. So what's happening here? The magic ingredient is anthocyanins, the pigments that give berries their deep colors. A 2017 meta-analysis found that anthocyanin-rich berries affect how our bodies store and burn fat at the cellular level. They reduce inflammation, improve how your cells respond to insulin, and actually increase energy expenditure, which means your body burns more calories at rest. Here's something really cool from a Swedish study. They found that berries activate something called PPR in your body, which is basically a molecular switch that tells your body to burn fat in your muscles instead of storing it. When diabetic mice were fed blueberries, they saw a 4% reduction in glucose levels and a 20% reduction in fasting insulin. Now let's talk real human data. A study with obese adults who consumed 742 milligrams of blueberry anthocyanins daily for 8 weeks showed significant improvements in blood pressure and reduced oxidized LDL cholesterol. And here's the kicker. A massive observational study that followed over 124,000 participants for 24 years found that people who increased their consumption of anthocyanin-rich foods, including berries, had measurable weight loss over time. The best berries for weight loss based on anthocyanin content? Blackcurrants are at the top, followed by blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. But honestly, all berries are beneficial, so pick the ones you actually enjoy eating, because consistency is what matters most. Fruit number 3, watermelon, the satiety specialist. A lot of people avoid watermelon when trying to lose weight, because it tastes sweet. But here's what the research actually shows. Watermelon is about 92% water, which means it has incredibly low energy density. You can eat a large volume and feel full without consuming many calories. But watermelon does something more interesting. It contains an amino acid called L-citrulline. When you eat citrulline, your body converts it to arginine, which then becomes nitric oxide. Nitric oxide dilates your blood vessels, improves blood flow, and plays a role in metabolism. Here are some actual numbers. If you eat 1 kilogram of watermelon, which is mostly water, so it's not that hard, you're getting the equivalent of 40% of the mean daily arginine intake for an average adult. A 2007 study had subjects consume watermelon juice daily for 3 weeks, and fasting plasma arginine concentrations increased by 12 to 22%. Here's what's really interesting about satiety. Because watermelon is so water-dense, it triggers stretch receptors in your stomach that send fullness signals to your brain. Studies show that people consistently eat about the same volume of food daily. So if you eat foods with low energy density like watermelon, you eat the same amount by volume, but consume far fewer calories. It's basically a biological hack. A meta-analysis published in 2022 found that watermelon consumption significantly reduced blood sugar after eating by 0.6 millimoles per liter. Steady blood sugar means less insulin, which means less fat storage. Fruit number 4, avocado, the fat that fights fat. Now I can already hear some of you thinking, wait, isn't avocado super high in fat and calories? Yes, absolutely. One avocado has about 250 calories and 21 grams of fat. But here's the thing, not all calories are created equal, and the type of fat matters enormously. A 2019 study published in the Journal of Nutrition took 51 overweight and obese adults on a calorie-restricted diet. One group ate 1/2 avocado every day. After 12 weeks, both groups lost similar amounts of weight, about 2.3 kilograms. But the avocado group had significant decreases in serum triglycerides and inflammatory markers. They also experienced changes in their gut microbiota, with increases in bacteria associated with better metabolic health. There's also a longitudinal study from the Adventist Health Study that followed over 55,000 people for 4 to 11 years. People who regularly ate avocados were up to 9% less likely to develop overweight or obesity compared to people who didn't eat avocados. So what's the mechanism? Avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats, the same healthy fat found in olive oil, along with nearly 10 grams of fiber per fruit. This combination creates incredible satiety. Studies show that eating half an avocado with lunch increased feelings of fullness for up to 5 hours afterward and reduced desire to eat. The fat also helps you absorb fat-soluble vitamins from other foods, making your entire meal more nutritious. All right, so how do you actually incorporate this into real life? First, think about grapefruit before meals. Having half a grapefruit 15 to 20 minutes before your main meals can help moderate the blood sugar and insulin response. It's like priming your metabolism. Second, use berries as your go-to snack. Keep frozen berries on hand. They're just as nutritious as fresh. A cup of mixed berries is filling, nutritious, and only about 80 calories. When you're craving something sweet, berries should be your first choice. Third, use watermelon strategically, especially in summer when it's in season, because it's so high volume and low calorie. It's perfect for when you want to feel full without consuming a lot of energy. Some people even use watermelon as a pre-workout snack, because the citrulline can improve blood flow. Fourth, add avocado to meals that might otherwise leave you hungry. Avocado on toast, in salads, in smoothies. The fat and fiber will help you stay satisfied longer. Just be mindful of portion sizes. Half an avocado is usually sufficient for one meal. And here's a pro tip. Combine these fruits. Make a smoothie with berries and avocado. Have grapefruit and berries for breakfast. The compounds in these fruits can work synergistically. So there you have it. 4 fruits that actually help you burn fat, backed by real science. Grapefruit for insulin control, berries for metabolic activation, watermelon for satiety, and avocado for sustained fullness. Each one has been studied in clinical trials with real people and real results. The beauty of this approach is that it's sustainable. You're not cutting out entire food groups or doing anything extreme. You're just strategically adding nutrient-dense, metabolism-friendly fruits to your diet. And unlike restrictive diets, these foods actually taste good. Remember, sustainable weight loss is about making small, consistent changes that add up over time. Adding these 4 fruits to your daily routine is one of the easiest and most delicious changes you can make. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.